Okay, Anup, if you can hear me, can you open the PPT and share it, the latest one that I sent?
I don't think Anup joined.
Anup's joined. There are two, one is me, one is Anup.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I'll do it. Anu?
Yeah, Rathi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can, Anup. Can you use a landline or something if your connection is slow?
Like I'm connected to the LAN wire, so that's working now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Can you open that PPT and keep it on the first slide?
Yeah, can you see this? Can you see my screen now?
No, not yet. You muted everybody else also. Can you unmute that?
1 second.
Okay, I can see your screen now.
So can you see the PPT now?
Yeah, I can see. Unmute everybody else.
Okay.
1 meter of the stage. So half meter. So at the sides you can keep the screen.
Okay, everyone is unmuted now.
Okay, can everybody see the screen?
They have self-muted themselves, Sahoo and Pratap.
Okay, other thing is recording. It's saying
But
it's recording.
I don't see any PPT. I see only one. How can ISV benefit from building on dynamic risk paper field service? I don't see any PPT.
Anup, can you go to some place where there's not so much background noise?
Yeah. I'm just trying. I'm just moving now.
Is something coming up on the screen?
Yeah, now you can see the PPT.
Okay, that's mine. I don't know where Anup is. Can you see the screen is fully visible, or can you see the control panel as well?
See the control panel.
You can see the
Good.
control panel.
Yeah, I think it's just reading mode, not on the like full screen mode.
Sahoo, are you able to project the file?
We are not organizers, no?
No, you should be able. Okay, I can change the presenter. Sahoo, if I can make you the presenter, can you control all of it?
Hi Rathi, I rejoined now.
Okay, all right. Sahoo, can you present? Or Pratap, can you present? Anup, just take a look at the recording. The recording is started, but just check on the link.
Where is that?
There should be in settings, there should be a recording. Just make sure it is getting recorded.
Yeah, I got a notification saying that it's unable to record on my system, so it's recording to the cloud.
Okay, but as long as it's recording is fine.
Yeah.
So you want me to make presenter?
Okay, Pratap. I'll make you the presenter.
It's already 3:31.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't. Yep, perfect.
Right?
Huh. Yeah.
You see the
I think
PPT, right?
okay. Sahoo, can you hear us now?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, awesome.
1 second, sorry, wrong click.
so Srini is supposed to start. Should I call him?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So everyone able to see my PPT, right?
Yes, Pratap, we can see.
Okay.
Srini said he'll be joining in a minute. He just got out of the meeting.
Okay, all right.
You can see his name here now.
Yep, we can.
Hi Srini, can you hear us?
It's okay. Let him take his time. We can start in 5 minutes from now.
Okay.
Yes, Srini, we can hear you now. Can you say something? Srini, is there a problem with your voice?
Hello. Rathi?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Srini, can you, I think you're breaking. Can you say a long sentence for some time, please?
Yeah, so this is Srini here.
Okay, awesome. So we can start. Pratap is actually anchoring the slide. So when you want him to move ahead, just say move ahead or go ahead or the next or whatever. And
Sure.
I don't think there are any attendees. So we can just run this webinar and record the webinar, and we
Sure,
can.
Rathi. Let's do that. Let's do that. So maybe you can
Maybe should I just send a reminder like right now saying that please join, we are online?
send that.
Yeah,
But I think 5-6 minutes is too late for them.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start, guys. So I'll
Yeah. Pratap, can you
So-
start on the cover slide, please?
Hi, welcome to the webinar. Thank you for your time today, and we appreciate your time to spend with us today. Understand how we could help with your ISV or product challenges in the domain of field services and by utilizing Dynamics 365. What I'll do is I'll quickly brief who we are, and we'll just lay out the agenda for the call today, and the key topics that we'll cover and why we believe migrating and utilizing Dynamics 365 for your field service applications products will make sense. We are a platformation company. We help customers achieve their digital agendas by delivering platforms. We use platform engineering services to deliver products for our software vendors. So both from an enterprise segment as well as from a software vendor segment, we apply something called platform engineering concepts to deliver higher quality and better quality products for our customers. Most of our customers are in the Fortune 500 area, both on the enterprise side as well as on the ISV side, and we have been having a long relationship with them. Typically, most of our relationships have been multi-year, and in some cases multi-decades. So customers like trust us with their key digital as well as key engineering areas. So what I'll do is I will now try to get into the key elements of our focus areas. So as a company, we are we support the retail industry. We work with manufacturing, CPG, and distribution industry. Work with travel industry, and obviously the software industry, primarily building software products. What we are specialists today is that we are recognized as as ISV devs and partner. We are recognized as part of the inner circle of Microsoft partners. So this essentially means that we have the substantially strongest capabilities in Dynamics and Dynamics related technology areas, including Dynamics 365 and the various components of Dynamics 365. And we also have the other Microsoft technologies, primarily Azure and Azure ecosystem technologies that will support any ISV to build their products within the Microsoft ecosystem. Given that the ISV Data Center recognition tells any ISV that Sonata has good depth and strongest breadth in terms of applying Microsoft technologies in delivering Microsoft-based application and products in the cloud environments. So we'll go to the next slide, where we will try to explain what we are trying to achieve in this particular webinar. We are trying to say why or what is that is happening in the area of field services, why it is an opportunity for ISVs to build their business applications in the area of field services, how these field services are the features are available, or what features are available within the Microsoft Dynamics environment, and why it makes sense for someone who is already working in the field service area to innovate or to migrate from the legacy technologies onto this platform. And in this process, how Sonata can help them to achieve their newer modernization realities. We go to the next slide. So the core story here is that when we talk about our platform or platformation or a platform engineering, we are essentially saying customers today, that is your end customers or enterprise customers today, are really grappling with this problem of how do I create a better experience for my customers using the digital technologies. And when we talk about digital technology or digital strategy itself, we see that people are looking at building new products or completely changing the way their business works today, applying digital products, or looking at how do I create a better and more efficient deployment of my assets, or how do I ensure that my employees or my people are better collaborated and are able to give become more productive using these digital products. So given that that sense, we see that field service becomes one of the key areas for customers to invest and then make their digital processes work better. And as a part of that experience to the end customer, both during the sale and after sale, field service is one of the key components. And that's where we believe field service can be visualized as a profit center that can deliver better results in your customer experience process. Now I'll ask our colleague Rathi to speak about what exactly is the field service market opportunity for you. Rathi, can you go ahead with? Rathi?
Yeah. So let me take over.
Yes, I was about to say that Sahoo will, as our resident expert on field service and everything related to CRM, so he will take us through the market trends and what is happening in the field service today.
Yeah, thanks, Rathi. So let me just quickly take you through some of the key industry trends we are looking at as far as the field service market is concerned. Okay, so one important trend we are seeing is value for time. So 73% of the customers are saying that their time is very, very important. So it is better that the company which is servicing them does it right the first time. So that's one of the very important things. What is really important from a customer experience perspective is they don't want to waste their time. Hence, they want the service to be done right the very first time. Okay. The second important thing that we see is 65% of the incoming service request. Okay, so when we raise a service request for some issue, 65% of them would actually require a field service agent to visit the customer and try to sort out that specific issue. Okay, and the challenge with that is 26% of these require a second visit, okay, or a follow-up visit. That means the first time fix rate is actually not very good, because of which the field service agent, or whether it could be the same field service agent visiting them again, or an expert coming and visiting the customer in order to take care of that issue. So there's a challenge with regard to the first time fix, which is what the customer is actually looking at. And let us understand it from the perspective that, poor service causes losses. We all are aware of that. So 62% of global consumers have stopped doing business with a brand or a company if they find that they have had even a single poor customer service as such. And a loss for one company is obviously the gain for the competitor, and it is easier to maintain or retain a customer than to win a new customer. So we definitely know where our focus should be. I've already mentioned this, very important to get it right the first time. Have a high percentage of first time fix, because 50% of organizations with a first time fix rate of less than 50% struggle to drive the customer satisfaction results as such. And finally, customers are expecting more and more of self-service. 90% of global customers expect the brand or the organization to have some kind of online service where they can go, they can raise their issues, they can track the issues, and they can get more information with regard to what is exactly happening with regard to the issues. Next. Some other interesting things that we see in the market today is, and this is based on research done by Gartner and Forrester, that AI is becoming very, very important component in any business that we are trying to run. Okay, and by 2020, 10% of the emergency field service work that is being done would be triaged and scheduled directly by artificial intelligence, would not require any kind of human intervention as such. Another interesting trend, which is very specific to the field service industry, is by 2020, 40% of the field service work will actually be performed by technicians who are contractors. So what this means is we need to have field service solutions using which we can schedule work for these contractors, ensure that they are working effectively and efficiently, and we have a right utilization and productivity for these contractors. The other trend that is being seen is that by 2020, more than 75% of the field service organizations with over 50 users will actually deploy mobile apps for their field service agents. And this is not just going to be from the perspective of capturing data, but also making the life of the field service agents easier by helping them collaborate, by providing them with map service so they can be easily reach the destination where they need to provide the field service, as well as helping them with a knowledge base using which they can provide their service to the customer in a far better way. And if you look at Gartner's if you look at Gartner's Magic Quadrant, as far as Microsoft is concerned, Gartner has praised Microsoft as a visionary in the Magic Quadrant in field service management. Next. So having talked about a few of the trends that we are currently seeing in the field service industry as such, so what exactly is happening? What is the current state of the field service industry as such? And what is the future state that organizations are actually planning towards? And what are the current innovations that are happening? So let me start with what is the current state. The current state is, obviously we'll have work orders which needs to be serviced. So there'll be an initiation process for these work orders. There has to be a scheduling done for these work orders so that they are able to tell the customer as well as the field service agent what is the time when the service will be provided, availability of the required parts, tracking and updating the status of these work orders, and finally having access to the customer service history information as such. Now, most of this currently is either a completely manual process or there is some level of automation which is there because some of the organizations are already using some kind of field service software as such. Okay, but what is the future state that we are looking at as far as the field service organizations are concerned? So the two most important trends that are happening, one is the use of mobile service application for the field service agents. Okay, and second is moving away from a reactive service to more of a proactive service using connected field service, and that is going to happen through using the IoT platform or the Internet of Things platform. In addition to this, we are looking at dynamic scheduling and route optimization. so that we improve the efficiency of the service that is being provided and effectively utilize the field service agents, improve spare parts and inventory management so that the right parts are provided to the field service agents in order to perform the field service forecasting, predictive diagnostics and remote diagnostics, time and attendance management, and lots of business intelligence and analytics as such. So what are the innovations happening today? If this is the future state we are looking at, what are the innovations that are happening today? Definitely work is being done in order to automate the existing manual field service process, primarily around scheduling process, providing information to the field service agent so that they can provide the service, improved planning and forecasting with respect to the field operations so that the right service agent can be there at the right time with the right information and handling issues for the right customer as such. Strong focus on measuring and trying to improve the field service performance as such. And finally, integrate new technologies into the existing field service operations. And as I had mentioned, in the future state, in this area, primary focus is currently being given by a lot of vendors, including Microsoft as such, in terms of providing the mobile field service application, which is innovative enough to provide the field service agent the required help required in order to provide the service which enhances the customer experience, and in addition to this, connected field service using IoT. These are the two areas where most of the focus is being given by the various vendors today. Next. So having said this, how will it change the business? So how are we going to move from a reactive to a proactive field service, which is basically something that each and every organization which is into field service is trying to achieve? So one key thing is obviously the power of IoT will be used by the companies in order to get information with regard to problems much earlier. So they will be able to diagnose this information from the customers, and so that they are aware of this issue even before the customer is aware of the issue. That's one, getting the information. And in addition to getting the information, what is being looked at is to automatically create these work orders, schedule them, dispatch the technicians or the field service agents with the relevant customer information and other parts, devices that they would need, so that even before the customer realizes, the service is actually provided, which delights the customer and improves the customer experience. And in addition to this, we are moving away from the costly scheduled maintenance to the just-in-time predictive maintenance. So that's where the industry is actually heading. Next. Yeah. So with this, I would like to hand it over to Srini, who would like to talk about the ISV opportunities and business applications for in the area of field service.
Yeah, thank you, Sahoo, and thank you, Srini, for giving a quick overview on the market trend, on the flow of how the service is important in the business, right? So I'll be walking through on the specific to the Microsoft Dynamics 365 field service. So what is the field service in terms of Microsoft Dynamics 365 platform? Okay, traditionally a field service technician completes a work at the service location, either it could be a business or at home. So it allows companies to schedule their resources in terms of completing their work order effectively in order to service their customer on site. And there are three types of field service: one, installation; two, maintenance; and three, break fix. So installation, it could be of a security alarm or a air condition, of any kind of an equipment. Maintenance job includes an inspection or changing the components on previously installed equipment at the customer site. Break fix is a problem reported by the customer where a field engineer is required to fix that particular problem. So these are the three major types of field service we can think of. So field service solution is all about getting the right person, right place, right time, having the right skills, going with the right equipment to the customer site. So regardless of the appointment type, the challenge for any field service organization has always been ensure that they have to meet both the customer satisfaction and also the resource productivity in terms of completing the work at the customer side. So if you see the Dynamic 365 field service, so they brought such tools into the platform which will break that particular cycle. So it helps both in terms of meeting the customer satisfaction and also the productivity of the resource. Uh, so typically field service flow, right? It starts like once a field service agreement is in place, so the work order jobs can be logged for a specific customer. So firstly, the field service work order can be converted from Dynamics cases or through phone calls or even through social media integration whenever a on-site work is needed. It's an extension of the customer service. A customer calls the customer service when the customer service representative cannot resolve or provide any resolution to that customer problem, then a field engineer is required to go to the customer location and complete the work. So the next step is someone to schedule the work. So once the work order is created, so someone with the right skill based on the work order creates in the system, so the engineer has to go to the site location and complete the work. So agents will have to make service promises to the customer, getting that scheduling and the work is done within the delivered or within the expected SLA, right? So once the job is confirmed, the customer notifications can be sent out via multiple channels. Either it can be SMS text updates or it can be email, it can be anything. So each and every field engineer will ensure that they accept that particular job and ensure that they complete the work order within the SLA defined, and they ensure that the right parts are on the van when they go to the customer location. So Dynamic 365 field service can also leverage inventory management. This uses real-time information, includes updates from the field technician as they are using the mobile app about the parts what they are consuming at the customer location. So once the job is completed, customers sign off the work, and if needed, payment can be completed. And from the back office, the managers will review that particular work what they have done at the customer site location, and they will close the work accordingly. So if you see the why we need a Dynamic 365 field service, so as we discussed in the previous slide, so it ensures both the customer satisfaction and the resource productivity, and it improves the first time fix rate, and it also helps complete follow-ups, managing and take advantage of upsell and cross-sell of opportunity, and it helps to reduce the travel time mileage. As we use the mobile app, it helps the field engineer to choose the right location to go to the customer location. And it also communicate an accurate arrival time to customers. So basically once they accept the work order, so there's a notification saying that X engineer will be reaching to your site at particular time. So all these can be achieved through Microsoft Dynamics 365 field service. And coming to the features of the field service, like as we discussed, the work orders, scheduling and resource management, delivering the service of what the work needs to be done at site, on site, and generating the invoice and bill to the customer if they have used any additional parts during the break fix or during the maintenance. And everything will be taken care effectively and efficiently. We can leverage the inventory management within the field service of Microsoft Dynamics 365. And they have a mobility platform which is dedicated for all the field engineers. So they have a dedicated app where they get the notification if a scheduler assign any work order to the field engineers. So they can they have the routing plan options within the mobile app, which is inbuilt Bing Maps, and we can integrate with the GPS, and we can have business intelligence analytics, how the work orders are progressing on a weekly basis, how a field engineer is resolving number of work orders. So all these can be done within the Dynamic 365 field service. And also, as we discussed, the connected field service, which is the future state of the field service. So the solution helps from an IoT platform into the Dynamic 365 for field service app. So this helps the organization proactively detecting the problem and troubleshooting and resolving issues remotely. So whenever a field technician is required, at that particular point of time, a work order gets automatically created and assigned to the technician on need basis. So the IoT solution enables you to shift from costly scheduled maintenance plans to just-in-time predictive maintenance. So if you ask me how it will help you, it helps the organizations to reduce downtime by automatically creating work orders and dispatching the right technicians for the job based on the problem detected at the customer side or in the IoT data. And it also helps the customer service by addressing the issues as soon as they arise before customers become aware of that issues, right? So in terms of the smart field service capabilities, like we were discussed about the mobility platform, the asset management, and the resource scheduling optimization, which is completely automated. It directly assign the work orders to the engineers based on the skills what they have, and it also look for the customer problem and it automatically assigns. And integrated communications, which will ensure that real-time communications and collaboration between the customer service, dispatchers, and the field engineers, field agents, and customers via integration with productivity tools like Office 365 and Skype for Business. So as we discussed on the connected field service, so it ensures the downtime. It will reduce the downtime by automatically creating work orders on the need basis based on it detects the IoT data, and it dispatches the right technician for the job based on the flags or based on any alerts from the IoT equipments. So if you see the Dynamic 365 platform, so it has the 360-degree view of the complete field management, including the connected field service. So I'll pass it to Srini, who will. Srini, over to you.
Hello, you're able to hear me?
Yes, Srini.
Sorry, I was speaking with muted, so sorry. So we'll move to the next slide. So essentially, what we are trying to say is a typical when do a ISV look at adopting anything on Dynamics 365, right? So what we are saying is there's an opportunity. The Dynamics 365 is a cloud product. There are various components, highly modernized, highly modularized, and people can connect with the services and build their vertical solutions on top of it, or connect with it to create a new ecosystem. So what the scenarios that we are saying is not exhaustive, but we believe these are the key things that people can look at. One is if someone has a legacy product and they are looking at modernizing the legacy product, the interesting way could be that they could actually rewrite the entire product. Or since customers are not really buying your code, but they're buying the solution, it is better to look at a platform like a horizontal platform like Dynamics 365, and then add your solution on top of that, and then make it faster to market using that strategy. Or if you're saying I have a new solution or I have a new opportunity, I think this could be a good one. Trying out, building out from the code doesn't make sense. So a platform like this can actually give you a jump start and achieve better results for you. So that means if you are a new platform, a new solution, then it could be a good way to look at from that perspective. Other scenarios that we believe we can see is one is we've seen that the Microsoft ecosystem, or there is an SAP ecosystem, or there are some other ecosystems. Being part of the Dynamics ecosystem and being part of the Microsoft ecosystem would give you a different market altogether. So if you're a product that is already there somewhere and then you want to extend the ecosystem, it could be a way to extend into this ecosystem by either creating connectors to the product or by embedding your product within the frame of Dynamics 365 and utilizing the field service capabilities. There's also another way is to look at I have a product that could, and then I need complementary product that can extend and give a better map and better it can cover the customer journey better. Then maybe as a complementary product to you can actually use the field service capabilities, create a complementary product, and then see that your customer journey could be extended by utilizing these capabilities that you have in Dynamics 365, and then give a more comprehensive solution to your customer. So these are the various scenarios that we could think of, and then it could help you to get again better traction in the market, gain better market value, given that there's more features that you can do, or given that you can deliver your products in the cloud much faster. So we go to the next slide, and then what we are saying here is that typically when we see the customers or the ISVs are looking at how do I first come into the cloud. That means if you look at a legacy product, or if you want to extend your product, either way, the customers seem to be thinking of how do I put that in the cloud? How do I bring my products into the cloud? And when you are in the cloud, the next set of things is how do I make my product more connected, and then how do I make my product part of ecosystems that can give me a larger network effect and larger access to the market. The last thing is today it's become imperative that people want to monetize their data, and if they want to monetize their data, there are capabilities that are needed, and these capabilities of harnessing the data, creating intelligence into the data, looking at the patterns and then building some intelligence into the data has to be there. If you look at Microsoft ecosystem, Dynamics, Azure, and then you get almost all these capabilities. And if you look at Office, you get also the collaboration and the document ecosystem. So as an ecosystem, if you look at and evaluate, you get all the ecosystem that typically most ISVs want in their journey to become modernized ISVs or modernized products. So cloud to becoming ecosystems, and becoming ecosystem to intelligent. All these capabilities within one single Microsoft ecosystem is great opportunity for people to move their products and then make them more modern in this ecosystem. If we go to the next slide. So what we are saying is there are multiple ways that you can build this up. I have already given some kind of clues about what exactly this means. Definitely look at how do I extend and build my my product within this ecosystem. So essentially, we are saying you can look at your current system and see how it can actually embed itself within the ecosystem, or if there is an opportunity and if you feel that there is something that you can extend your current solutions, you can actually look at building those new components within this ecosystem, so that it could be an hybrid system for time being, but we can slowly move the other components into the cloud and then make it much more vastly available to your customers. The second one is there is this opportunity to connect with many products and then probably innovate to create a larger and much more valuable solution for your customer. So as an ecosystem, we as a Platformation company, we also identify what are the components and what are the opportunities that you have to build these ecosystems. And as part of that consulting exercise, we can also identify some of the partnering solutions that you can actually connect with and then build this ecosystem. The last one is you can also look at building specific and features and specific use cases, given that there are so many technologies that are available, be it Power Apps, be it the flow to create workflows, be it applying the AI within the Azure data and AI service, AI/ML services, or use Power BI to be able to give analytics as well as reports. So there are so many capabilities that are available. So a journey map, a roadmap, that when we talk about journey, we're talking about your end customer's journey, and translated that into the technology roadmap, you find most of the capabilities available in this ecosystem. And that's the reason we believe converting or moving to this platform will make more economical sense, given that it offers you access to the customers, it offers you to access to the technology, and it offers a great marketing as well as partnership support. We'll go to the next slide. So the message here is clearly as an ISV, we look at how do I first of all come to a stage where I can compete better. But beyond that, there is also the fact that the underlying platform, how well it is resonating in the market. So if you look at Dynamics with its CRM components as well as with its ERP components and the underlying common data services as well as this flow, AI, all these things as a constituent of ecosystem, you will find that there is a lot more confidence and a lot more ISVs that are trying to place their bets on this ecosystem. And the second part of an ISV or a partner like yourself is that while I do my business, I am also looking at how do I innovate my product and make it much better. So the ecosystem helps you in achieving that as well. So given these two components, it makes larger sense to see how the platform can fit your roadmap and how you can make it adaptable to your own technology product roadmaps. Can we go to the next slide? So the way Microsoft itself can help the partners is one, there are these multiple platforms that we talked about. One thing that I missed out in the previous discussion is that there is this social platform as well, and it might be in a unique way, either from a social reach point of view or from a marketing point of view, that could be of help. But these are the various ecosystem as well as cloud access that partner has. As a partners, the Microsoft has built several types of partners who can help you achieve and make both develop the product, which is probably the ISV Dev Center partners who can help you build these products if you do not have internal skills, or if you want an extended team that can build this faster for you. So there's this ecosystem partner, ISV Dev Center, who can build that for you. We are one of them. Then you can look at how you can work with CSP partners to co-sell your products as well, and then achieve greater access to the market. And the fact that Microsoft is such a large ecosystem, and you have access to multiple countries and partners in multiple countries, and then if you can partner and reach out these partners quickly to make your product more global, and then at the same time supported within these markets. Obviously, the fact that they have such a large ecosystem means that Microsoft, given its presence, can also provide significant global support, and the infrastructure that Microsoft provides as part of their ecosystem is also global in nature. Apart from this, I think when you go global, there are many things that are challenges. So how do you address those challenges, both from a GTM perspective, or from a pricing perspective, or from incentivizing you to give a better deal in the market perspective? I think Microsoft works as a real partner to build that that ability and that confidence in making sure that you can become a global partner. So they have all those capabilities to make take your product to the cloud, modernize it, and help you also achieve the scale from a reach point of view as well as from an access to customer point of view. Go to the next slide. So that concludes what we believe is the value that the Microsoft ecosystem brings to you. We will very briefly touch upon who we are and essentially look at how you can reach us for your needs. So we are Sonata Software. We have briefed in the beginning, but the key thing here is as a ISV Dev Center partner, as a CSP partner, and a heavily invested partner with Microsoft, we believe that we can actually help ISVs with various scenarios to have a better utilization of the ecosystem and help them craft their roadmaps, help them build their products, and help them also in their GTM initiatives in some shape, given that we are also CSP and then we are some big partners in some of the markets that we are associated with. Can you go to the next slide? Hello? Hello? Yeah, so I'll ask my I'll ask my Dynamics colleagues to talk about why we are strongest in Dynamics. Go ahead, guys. Yeah.
Yes, so Sonata has a global footprint when it comes to our various locations across the world, and we are the probably the top 1% Dynamics partner in the world because of our various services that we offer and a 360-degree relationship with Microsoft. We have been partnering with Microsoft for more than 14 plus years, and we have a record of a global more than 250 deployments across the globe. We probably have the largest Dynamics expertise team with us, with 900 consultants. We have a unique distinction of being the only global ISV embed cloud center for both FNO and CRM workshops across the globe, which means we are enabled to help ISVs such as you to move to the cloud or to embrace the new D365 product platforms. We are the leaders in D365 deployments with probably the some of the first D365 deployments across the globe being under our belt. We have Tier 1 CSP capabilities, and we not only have Dynamics 365 FNO and CRM, but capability and competency across the entire Dynamics stack. Yeah, Pratap, can you move to the next slide? Yes, so in terms of field service expertise, this gives an overview. Sahoo, would you like to take us through this?
Yeah, sure. So I'll quickly touch upon some of the key points over here. So one is we are a Microsoft Field Service and Sustenance Partner. We bring to the table a number of IPs, which are our tools and accelerators, which we have built over a period of time while doing implementations for rollouts for our customers. Some of them are the GPS timestamping, quality assurance, advanced allocation, out-of-box integration of D365 field service with F&O as well as with projects. We bring a very, very robust methodology to the table. We have been doing large-scale implementation and rollouts for our customer using the assurance agile methodology along with the rapid implementation framework for the customer so that they get not only the reliability of delivery, but also get it done much faster than some of our competitors. And the most important thing is our deep knowledge in specific industries, especially in the area of field service. So if you look at it, we have deep knowledge in engineering and utilities industry, in the telecom industry, capital equipment manufacturing, facilities management, specialty contracting, and third-party contract service provider in the area of field service. Yeah. Next slide, please. Pratap, can you move to the next slide? Yeah, Rathi, you would like to take this?
As a global ISV dev center, we are enabled to help ISVs not only move to the cloud, adopt, create new, or just build connectors. So these are the three workloads that Srini took you through, and we also provide managed services, customer support, professional services, and marketing service as well. Some of the customers we're working with currently are displayed to you at the right. So that brings us to the end of this webinar. If you'd like to reach us or ask for an assessment, please feel free to call us at info@sonatasoftware.com or reply to our emails, which has the coordinates and the contact information that you have received. Thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate your patience.